Okay, opens up with this great little outer space sequence. This is all straight from the original script, but this new animation is like a million times better than what we originally had. We had this ridiculous animation that Brent originally came up with. Of course, he's done all this now. He's the chief of effects at MVP, and the original one, I always called it the showerhead of doom because it was just kind of this star field constantly blowing past you, but it looked like a weak shower head, like you're in a Motel 6 where the water pressure isn't quite high enough to wash the soap out of the crack of your behind. But anyway, this is supposed to be commentary. This new animation looks great. We're actually thinking about just tacking this onto the beginning of every episode because it really sums up everything. I mean, I just love it. Um, the narration is Martin Bose of Attrition, who's an amazing guy. Geo contacted him originally on MySpace, so you know this was a while back. And Martin's a big horror film fan, and Geo talked to him and said, "Hey, would you be interested in doing this narration for us?" And he did, and it's just amazing. He makes it so creepy. His voice, it's just so gravelly, and it has so much character. It gives it all a gravitas. So here we've got Mutantville presents C for Chaos, the web series, and this is like a huge albatross off the back of MVP because people were always giving us shit about quote unquote not finishing C for Chaos, when in reality we worked on it longer than most people work on 3 projects combined. So anybody that has a problem with it, you can go F yourself. But anyway, these are some great scenes in the park, here filmed by our cinematographer Geo, who, interestingly enough, we strapped him in a harness and suspended him from a crane in the park, and then lowered him down for this crane shot. So we didn't have a nice little cherry picker he could stand in and film. We actually had to hang him with a harness that shoved his testicles up his anus in order to get the shot. So of course we had to make it work. And here you see the lead actors, Scott Thomas and the lovely Ms. Amy Lauder. 2 talented actors, Amy from the theater area in Charlotte, and Scott from Asheville, who's been in a lot of movies over there over the years. Though he seems to be retiring, I don't think he's done anything since he was in Ghost, but hopefully we'll be able to bring him back for some more MVP projects down the road. Of course, these titles that you're seeing are only going to be in this first episode, because that was the way it was intended for the movie version, to see the titles right at the beginning. So that was what you got. So we're going to play it like this. And probably what's going to happen at the end of this is we'll have massive playlists so you can play each episode and it'll take you on through. But if people like this, maybe we'll go back and condense the web series down into a movie and give people a movie version. So I don't know. Let us know what you think. The problem facing us on this is actually finding enough of a narrative arc to fuel individual episodes, because things have to be written that way. I mean, I know people think stories and scripts just fall from on high, but they don't. They really have to be crafted and written and constructed for specific purposes. And C for Chaos was written to be a full-length feature film. I mean, at least 90 minutes of runtime. So it has peaks and valleys, but it's a very different kind of peak and valley than one would find in a 6-minute web series, which is what these are going to turn out to be, which are individual 6-minute episodes. Okay, here we have an awesome shot of what is the Numbers Killer's lair, and this is awesome. I think this whole building has actually been torn down in the interim. We filmed a lot of these shots in 2003, 2005, so it's literally been 10 years since we did all this stuff. This great shot of the Numbers Killer's hand. And the Numbers Killer, by the way, I stole that awesome name from The Mean Season, starring Kirk Douglas. So, yeah, really awesome film. I just thought that name had actually been used in a novel before, too. So I thought, hey, more than one people are using it, let's run with it, because just makes for a great idea for a little slasher killer. Well, that was my thoughts anyway. But so this is our slasher. It's supposed to be fun in the vein of the old Friday the 13th, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street kind of stuff. So if you're a slasher fan, then hopefully you'll find a little something in it that you can enjoy. It's full of warts and moles and hairs and this and that. Though I'm looking at our lovely actresses behind there, and there's no warts to be seen, fortunately. Um, but it was still a fun project, and hopefully you guys will appreciate at least the tone behind it and the intention. I love this sequence here where we've got the numbers killer's altar laid out, and you see all of his weaponry on display and everything. And then next time on C for Chaos. So there you go. All right, that's my commentary for episode 1 of C for Chaos. Give us a like, subscribe to the Mutantville Players channel here on YouTube, subscribe to the newsletter on the MVP blog to find out when more episodes are going to be released, and check out our ongoing talk show about it, which will be called Chaos Conundrums, which we're going to delay the first episode because our host fell down a flight of stairs and got a concussion, had to be hospitalized over the weekend. So we're going to delay episode 1 of Chaos Conundrums until he feels a little bit better, but hopefully it'll be ready to go after the next episode is released. So thanks for watching, guys. Follow us at MVP, Mutantville.com. See ya.